Hey, welcome back to the Game of Thrones mod in CK3, and we are here now playing the heir of our original character, but the House Blackwood nonetheless, Lord Loramus of the Blackwood Vale. And we've just been on a long journey trek all around the Seven Kingdoms, through the Crown Lands, through the Westerlands, through the Iron Islands. We've seen it all. That's after a long pilgrimage way up north, beyond the Wall, and all around there. That's most of what we did last time. So now we're finally on our way back home. And in due time, in the next 2 years, Lady Jonquil will be coming of age, and our betrothal will be fulfilled. Our grandfather set it up for us. It was a good marriage. And frankly, between Lord Kermit and his firstborn son Elton, she's next in line. So I see why my grandfather was so wise. We, of course, control the Blackwood Vale, which is now all of Blackwood Vale itself, as well as Southstone, the previous seat of our house rivals that we are still feuding with to this day. But really, it's just the last two living members left. 4 living members, really, because there's an offshoot house. But yes, the Brackens are all but extinct from this world, just as grandfather intended. Our righteous feud will have been avenged. And then also we have Lake Haven. Loramus's mother was the inheritor of Lake Haven through, again, my grandfather's machinations. So now look at our beautiful realm as we stretch across the center of the Riverlands, taking up the greatest breadth of power in the center of this area. Perhaps only Harrenhal can rival us next to our liege lord Kermit of House Tully, Lord Paramount of the Riverlands. But, not a true king anymore, because the only true king is the king who sits the Iron Throne, and that would be Aegon the Courageous, who defeated Rhaenyra, nay, on 40-ish years ago at this point, I think. So, yes, lots has happened since then. During our travels, this Master Garrotus, this local city mayor, decided that he would make a nemesis of us, and so we have no choice but to plot to kill him. We got a 50-50 shot in 4 months. And after him, well, there are many people in this realm who deserve our justice, particularly Lord Garbett here, who murdered our grandfather. Maybe it was for a slight, some other tit-for-tat murder of his other family members, but it's not how I see it. The Blackwoods, we never forgive and we never forget. Those are our house words. We'll increase our county control ability and make sure that our marshal here is doing well. Lord Willem Redraven has taken up the seat in the Medway here after taking it away from our rebellious dead steady vassal. But let's quickly make our way home here, and then we shall continue on with our schemes and machinations for our realm. 388 days, traversing 281 baronies. Thank the gods, I can go back inside again. Here it is, my chance. My agents have acquired a discreet powder which leaves no trace when dissolved in drink. The servants responsible for refilling and handling Master Garrotus's cup have been bribed to look the other way, and all that remains is my approval to smuggle the poison into his next refreshing drink. A toast to his health. Come on, 50-50. Yes! Oh, but... Oof. He is dead, but my agents were seen, and they did not hesitate to reveal my involvement. We have been tainted with the stain of a murderer. Minus 15 opinion. Well, now that they know, I suppose there's nothing holding us back, then, is there? What a delightful day it is indeed. The wind is refreshing, the sun is warm, insects chirp happily in the undergrowth. Everything seems bright and vivid, and it's all because that abhorrent swain, Garrotus, is finally, blessedly, dead. I'll show them all. I can't contain my grin as a train of his friends and family file past me on their way to say their last goodbyes. Though he now can't say a word to stop them, I bridle somewhat at the thoughts of Garrotus's family having the temerity to tacitly defend his honor. The procession passes me by, heading to bury the body. I'll show them. I will wait until nightfall, then set off with a shovel. I don't need to dig up his skull. I didn't care about this guy that very much. This is just a very happy day. The best day of my life, maybe so far. Oh, one other thing. We might have picked up a wildling woman when we were in the far north. A beautiful one at that, but she has been pregnant and revealed us to be the father. So we are not only a murderer, but we were also known as a fornicator. I'm sorry I just couldn't wait around for her to grow up just yet. I'm a strapping 20-year-old lad already, but we're also descendants of the first men. We don't dishonor our bastards. We keep them as part of our house and treat them well, make sure that they have an important role, even if they're not to inherit a title. Oh, it seems I've had a daughter, Taraka? Oh no, she wants to name her Taraka. A wildling Then name, I suppose. Though I ought to be joyful, my heart is heavy with doubt and fear, so it will stay until I have made my decision. I cannot dishonor my family by legitimizing this bastard. How about a better name? How about Moira, my mother's name? My beautiful bastard daughter, Moira Rivers. All the bastards of the Riverlands are known as Rivers. What's this, Prince Viserys? I guess he's revealing his bastard child. Well, it certainly is interesting. Shall we end our feud with the Brackens? No. I can't say we are just starting, but I think we're just ending. But I'm not letting go of the feud until they're gone for good. It seems there's goings-on, challenge to the rightful rule here. He's taken the black, after all. So what does this bastard child even mean? He's not in line to inherit anymore. Let it be known to all that Lambert has been summoned to court under the protection of His Grace until such time as his heritage is demonstrated not to be a threat to the realm. Seems fair. It seems Lord Daron, way down here in God's Grace, is holding a grand tournament. This could be my chance to visit the south of Westeros. I think we shall attempt to attend. We must leave within 8 days. We shall have to make haste. Okay, there now. We're going to explore the entire southern region, basically, in a crazy path. And it only works because I think it's bugged out, and it's letting us do way more than it should be allowed. So let's do it. Let's join the tournament. And we're off. Here we are. We've arrived at the tournament in Dorne, here in God's Grace. Lord Daron greets us. A salt Dornishman, Faith of the Seven, from House Dalt. Daron Dalt of God's Grace. There's no time to lose. I must begin preparing. I can't wait for it to start. What do you mean I haven't arrived yet? It just said I arrived. Where am I? Okay, that was weird. A wrestling contest. Rosamund has sought to make a name for herself. I shall place a bet, or may the best one win. Oh, Lord Aragon tried to tamper and has been disqualified for sabotage. Yeah, I think I did bug it out because it looks like I'm still traveling, but it says that I'm at the tournament. Oopsie. A fine contest indeed. Things continue. View my travel. Where am I? Yeah, okay, so somehow I am way over here, despite me saying that I should take the boat down. So I'm just walking across it. It's definitely bugged out. It thinks I'm at the tournament, but it also knows that I'm not at the tournament. And I was never going to make it to the tournament either, apparently. Well, I guess I'm hearing about it. I'm getting all the updates. Rosamund ended up winning. Good for her. A well-deserved win for an accomplished grappler. Okay, so I still haven't arrived, unfortunately. I hope I get there soon. Where does it say I am? What's this? Lord Darren of Lilac House has accused my vassal, Lord Preston, of having an affair with his lover. I don't see what the fuss is all about, but it's not enough for me to imprison him for crimes. Only when you're a woman, apparently. Yeah, why am I over here? That wasn't even on my route. Alright, well, a melee contest I'm not there for was beginning. Not long to go. I mean, a blind woman apparently is staring at me. I don't think this is what's happening. I see, not only am I not there, but also, you know, how do I know that she's staring at me? I feel like she's peering at me through our dreams, since I'm actually like way off in the woods over here. Oh, Garbert won the contest? Ugh, disgusting. He's long overdue to being murdered, I think. If only I was there. Well, it seems since my Lord Paramount has passed away, died of the green fever. Oh no. He wishes to make me steward. I shall accept the position of steward. My Lord Elton here. Lord Elton, perhaps if you were no longer around, my lovely wife could be Lord Paramount. I do think that would be lovely, don't you? Your maester could be convinced that would be lovely as well. And that will all but guarantee your demise, I think. Just to be sure, 150 more? No, not worth it. The Maester's going to take care of it, dude. There it is, 95%. What a great occasion. I barely showed up at all. In fact, I don't even think I'm there. Now, will I get to trigger all of the places that I plan to go to get all the perks from visiting everywhere in the world? We'll see. Maynard's avoiding me, my captain. I'll show him how it is. I win the fight and make him leave. Goodbye. There we go. We are visiting places now. So it seems like we managed to hit up everything after the tournament decided that we actually did arrive. So now we'll get to explore the world just like we meant to. Oh no, my marshal is gone. Does that mean... Yes, Lord Willem Redraven succumbed to the fatal apoplexy. Lady Jania has inherited his title. Shame. Well, you might hate me, but you are the best man for the job. So, City of Rushing Falls, I guess you can have this position. Don't let me down. Establish control. Okay, so I guess we get to visit the Principality of Dorne, see Sunspear, the seat of House Nymeros Martell. We can talk about herbs. What does this herb do? And gain the trait Herbalist. That's great. Lord Frey has sent us another poem. The last time he sent us a poem, we were just crossing the crossing. Really. Ironically, he's dedicated this poem to me, a lament for the Lord. What man does not hope to rest when tired, in glorious memory with hearts desired? And when their final hour nears, their name lives on the lips of their peers. So far, I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore. I can see this is truly heartfelt, Lord Wayland. You may not like me very much, but you certainly do compose a nice poem. And we can increase our hostile scheme's success chance with our experience points in intrigue leveling us up. Now we're all the more likely to say goodbye to Lord Elton here. Perhaps just in time for us to be married. In fact, we're betrothed and she's 16 now, so should we not be marrying at the moment? Oh, maybe it's because I'm traveling still. We won't get this on until I'm done. Ooh, I really made this a long trip. I'm going to be gone for a couple years at this point. The Hammers of the Waters. According to legend, the Green Seers of the Children of the Forest. That's like us. That's like my family. We're Green Seers. We use dark magic to halt the migration of the first men to Westeros by causing the Green Seers of the Children of the Forest. The children of the forest, not us. But we have the green sight. That's what I'm trying to say. But we were the first men who came across, and they tried to stop us by causing the cataclysmic event known as the breaking of the Arm of Dorne between the land bridge here, and now the stepstones are all that remains as this area sunk, according to legend at least. We can learn to be a forder, rough terrain expert, pay some money, we gain rough terrain expert. Excellent. Gives us advantage in hills and canyons and bogs and, well, it's good. We've been all over the place. We know all about every little land and bog. I will try to continue to sway this guy. He is the spy master of the guy that I want to kill next, although it looks like nature might be doing that for me. Will he have a son and heir just before he dies? I think that would be poetic, if he has an heir just as he passes along. And I think that heir should be, yeah, there he is. Nolan, sell me. But I think we ought to, if we can't get our revenge and kill him before he dies on his own, I think it's still fitting that if he killed our grandfather, it's only fair that we kill his son. There we go. As we're traveling, we find an admirable captain. I wonder if I train as hard as him, I will be just as admirable, perhaps. My vassals want to fight on the road. Let them quarrel. Let them beat each other up. See what I care. I'm callous and vengeful. I'd like to see them fight. I shall pay for the hunter to draw the map, or I can explore the wetlands myself. I think I'll take the chance. And I get lost in the wetlands. Oh well. It's probably because I'm technically not anywhere near there. Manual labor is beneath me. Let's forget about that. I don't need to get maimed. I got a long way to go here before we can get back and get married. The Walls of Seven Skulls. Wow, what a name. My sway schemes will become more powerful thanks to all of my travel experience, and my levies will reinforce all the faster for the next battle that we get into. Now we're exploring the stepstones and on back to loop around to travel up through the middle of Dorne. I won't spend money on or risk him getting lost. I guess he can find his way back if he's lucky. We've gotten so good at overseeing, we're going to pick up hard rule and improve our dread gain and siege progress. We are quite dreadful, in fact. People will fear us. We're making our way out of Dorne and now back into the Iron Throne Kingdoms. Now we're finally here at the Cider Crossings. Strolling through the Cider Crossing countryside is not quite the peaceful lark that I had imagined. The sky is black with clouds and the farmland fields are deathly silent. That is until we hear ear-wrenching wails of agony coming from within the field. Deep within the field. As we draw near, we find a man strung up on a post as if he were a scarecrow. From his dry lips and pale skin, it is apparent that he has been here for a while. Some of the members of my entourage implore me to cut him down. Is it really my concern? He's clearly a criminal. I shall leave him. I am callous man, after all. My grandfather taught me to be so. Do we need soldiers of fortune, or we'll just take better control, defender territory, if anyone dares to attack us? The High Garden. Now that's a building asset. The High Garden is quite impressive. Look at that hedge maze. Oh, and look at that. It seems it's time for Lord Elton to enjoy a sweet treat. Bon appetit, Lord Elton. Defenseless, he is now dead. He swallowed the bait, poached pear and all. In no time he was clutching at his throat, wheezing for air before collapsing into a small heap on the ground, never to get up again. All bakers in the area were questioned, but no trace of foul play could be found. I had to do this. Now, Lady Paramount Jonquil, she's 17. We are betrothed. All I have to do is come home now. Yes, I shall be your steward, my lady. Oh, and it seems my plot to get a claim on the Lordship of Stonehenge has come through. I shall pay the 81 money to do so, and in fact shall reassign to also do Sally Dance, because Lord Morgan here, he controls both territories. Yes, he absolutely hates me, but now because I have a claim, I'm able to revoke it without being viewed as a tyrant. He still would not accept. So, he is obviously allied to his own father. They have many troops, but I have more troops. I shall request to revoke his title, and then we shall see what he has to say about it. I expect if he is willing to rise up in rebellion against me, then I should simply raise my troops beside his home as a form of intimidation. Don't you agree? I see he has found my decision to be wise and bow to my choice to strip him of the Lordship of Stonehenge. He is now my rival, but he is of Bracken blood after all, so am I surprised at all? I think not. An act of tyranny? I don't think so. I had the right. I had the claim to it. That is not an act of tyranny. I disagree. That is not how that should have worked. But taking the L, so it is. We got Stonehenge now. Let's endure some hardships from all of our travel experience. We'll wait on this until it starts causing penalties to give away another title. I think I know a cure. Becoming a herbalist is going to come in handy to help cure our folks on our journey. We visited the High Tower, one of the wonders made by man, standing high above the city of Old Town. Yes, this could have been part of our dynasty's legacy. Maybe one day we shall find our way back. I think that was my grandfather's quest, though, more so. Visiting the Citadel and the Starry Steppe to do some learning. We don't have any respect for those Faith of the Seven folk, though. Finally, we've arrived. 796 days, over 330 baronies. We're finally back home. Thank the gods I can go inside. And now we should be able to get married. I should disrupt schemes as my next pickup here. And let's get better court physician treatments. That's our maester. Okay, so it seems I was afraid of this. So because we were supposed to have a grand wedding, that was the promise that my grandfather made in order to get her father to agree to my marriage to her. Because it was supposed to be a grand wedding, and it was supposed to be something that my grandfather paid for. When he died, I kept the betrothal, but the event trigger in order to spring the grand wedding event and engage the betrothal is basically lost and broken. So it seems like we would literally just sit engaged here forever and never get an option to do anything, except we can break the betrothal, but that would defeat the purpose of everything we've done. So I'm literally bugged out of her accepting the betrothal to trigger our marriage to engage here. So I might have to do something about that and see if we can just kind of like fix the bug. We've had a couple of interesting issues, and it's mostly just basic CK3 problem. Nothing to do with the mods or anything. Those are all their own separate issues to manage. But with that said, since the only thing left to do really should be for us to get married, I'm going to have to solve that problem and impose a wedding of sorts for the next video. And until then, we shall see Lord Garbert die first. He died of old age, and therefore Lord Nolan here has inherited our family's grudge against them. Your father murdered my grandfather. It's only fair that little Nolan will be no more. So 95%, we will scheme to get rid of this child. So next time, murdering a child, securing our future claim to the throne of the Riverlands. I think we have a bright future ahead of us. Just as soon as I fix this bug somehow, I'll overcome it using mods and hacks and whatever else I need to do to make our dream marriage come true. It's only fair. It's only right. We did have that promise to do it. So I'll see if I can make the event trigger, or at the very least make us married before we start next time. So thanks again for watching, and hope to see you then. Subscribe. Look for the playlist. Okay, bye.